Good day. This is Dumisani, Mathebula, your host. Sitting next to me is the author and the writer. By calling, he is evangelist Thokozani Ndinisa. Sir, you are welcome.
Thanks.
Yeah, with me here, I'm having a book which it is titled "We Are in a Race." All of us in this world, we are born to accomplish a certain assignment or a certain purpose. Sir, please detail us more about who is Thokozani Ndinisa.
Thokozani Ndinisa is an author and a writer of poem, quotes, articles. So Thokozani Ndinisa was born in Edujwa, Eastern Cape. That's where he's born. He's a Xhosa speaking person who loves people. He's also a child of God, born again, an evangelist in God's calling. He's an husband to one wife. And also he has 4 kids whose name are Untatile, Amukelang, Umpile, and Thokozani Jr., my younger son.
All right, that is wonderful. Sir, we want to know that this passion of you wanting to write and being an author, where did it start?
This passion started at the age of 16 when I was still in primary and Sunday.
Wow.
I used to write some poem quotes in a flash notebook.
Okay.
That's where I started to write my thing. That's where I discovered that I have a love for this. And I continue to write many more things. And some bits also writing some daily quotes.
Okay.
And I post them via my own Facebook platforms.
Oh, you also write quotes?
Yes.
Wow, you are such an inspiration, sir.
Thanks.
All right. So, sir, we want to know from the book that I'm having, what inspired you to write this book, and you titled it "We Are in the Race."
Okay, what made me to write this book is to realize that people in this world, they are living their lives without knowing what kind of a race they are running.
Okay.
Also is to discover that people, they are running their own race without knowing which race are they running.
Okay.
So it inspired me to write this book to tell people that they are in a race in this world.
Okay. All right. You heard it. We are all in the race.
That's true.
And I believe that you are excited, to embark on this journey, so that people, I believe, say that people need to know who they are.
Yes.
And what they are pursuing.
Yes.
They need to know their visions.
That's true.
Yes. All right. This is getting exciting, to be honest with you.
Yes.
So now, we want to know, what does this book, what is it all about?
Okay. This book is all about types of race which you are running as human being. It also reveals types of race that are important. In this book, you will find that there are 5 major races,
Okay.
which all of us we are running.
Okay.
The first race which I've mentioned among the 5 major races is the race whereby a sperm has to fertilize the egg.
Okay.
In that race, is a race that have taken place that they have made sure that all of us as human beings we are born.
Okay, so here you're talking about 2 people. You're talking about a man and a me,
and a woman.
Okay.
When they meet together, a
Yes.
sperm has to fertilize the egg.
Okay.
And when it's done, a child is being conceived in the womb.
Okay.
So he has to run that race first to become born.
Okay.
You know that not everyone who came in this world had a privilege or had that opportunity to come alive.
That's
Some
right.
people, they are aborted. Some people, they didn't even get that privilege to run that race. Number 2 race, a race whereby an individual has to pass a baton to the next person.
Okay.
So most people, they doubt the baton in their own hand. They do not pass the baton to the next person. Another race, a race whereby a person now has to achieve material things.
Okay.
Some people, they are running their own race to buy a car, to buy a cell phone. That's an earthly race.
Okay.
Another race which you have amongst the major one, a race whereby you have to get eternal rewards. That's another one which is so interesting. Because most people, they are running their own race without knowing that the eternal rewards which you're going to get from Jehovah. I don't know over to you, sir.
Okay. No, I hear you say very well. So I want to know that according to what inspired you to write this book, I believe that we have short-term race and long-term race.
Yes.
So I want to know that how does one discover himself in the race? How does one play his role in this life to fulfill their own assignment and their own purposes?
Okay. Number one thing which is so important, discover which race are you running. Identify.
Okay.
Because if you won't identify which race are you running, you end up competing with other people in their own race. Number two thing, as you have discovered your own race, make sure that you stay in your own lane.
Okay.
Because when you are running a race, it's so easy to get influenced or to move away in your own lane. But when you know your own race, you begin to run with your own pace. Also, you begin to make sure that as you are running, you are focused towards your own purpose.
Right.
So when you have discovered your own race, make sure that you excel.
Okay.
Maybe you can discover through knowing your own passion. Yes, I've discovered my own passion of writing. Some they may receive a prophetic word of identifying whatever thing which they are born for. So you begin to know that this is my own primary thing. Also, make sure after identifying your own race, don't compete with other people. Because you're gonna waste your own time running other people's race. You need to run your own race. That's as an individual. I'll hand over to you, sir.
All right. As you know, that all of us, when we were in high school, we were asked a lot of questions that when you grow up, what do you want to become? And all of us will say, some will say, no, I want to be a doctor. Some will say, no, I want to be a pilot. Some will say, I want to be this and this and this. So does this thing fall under the race that you have written in your book?
So I will say it does fall among the race which I've written. Because now you are identifying, I want to become a pilot.
Okay.
I want to become a doctor. In my book, you'll find that there are some certain race which are also my brother have mentioned, like a race to become a coach, a race to become a trainer. That's a race an individual whom is running in this way. A race to become a teacher. You're going to find it also in my book.
Okay.
So as people are identifying what they want to be, some they are aware what they are passionate about or what they are willing to run for in this world. So some they are willing to run to become a doctor because there are some certain race which are assigned only to doctors. As you see in the book, there are different types of representative individual people who are running their own race in this world.
Okay, no. I'm glad to hear that, sir. I believe that you're learning something from this. This is very, very good because all of us, we need to know why are we alive.
Yes.
We need to know where we are going. We need to know where we are coming from. That makes life, adventurous. It makes life to be easy for us to, embark on the journey. Yes, sir, as we are still on it. So I want to know about the book. Does it accommodate everybody? Whether religion or just everybody.
Okay. The book, it accommodates everyone. As it's written, we are in a race. So this race is include every single individual, whether you are religious, whether you are not saved, whether you are saved. You're gonna make sure that it motivates you to make sure that you discover what you are born for and what you are called for in this world.
You seem said to be the man of many talents.
Yes.
We want to know that beside you being an author and a writer, what can you do? What is it that you are excelling on it also?
Okay, I excel also in playing soccer, acting. Yeah, those are the things which I do also on the other hand. And the soccer is one of the things which I grew up doing, loving also, playing also.
Okay, so are you still doing those or?
Yeah, soccer, I usually play soccer sometimes. Acting, I can do it anytime. As long as there's a script which has been given to me for me to act, I can also.
Oh, these are your hobbies, by the way.
Yeah, those are my hobbies.
Okay, no, that is good, say. I have received something also from you, say.
Yes.
That also you write quotes
Yes.
and poems.
Yes.
Can you please give us one of your poems?
Okay, I will render my poem. My poem says words. Words, they are alive. Words, they are able to change the atmosphere. Whenever words are not used very well, they are able to kill a person. Words, they are sharper than a bullet.
That's right.
Whenever words are used in a good way, they make a person to feel good about themselves.
Yeah.
They make a person to realize how important they are. But whenever words are not used in a good way, they kill a person. They make a person to feel small about themselves. I want to challenge you wherever you are. How are you using your own words? Are you using your own words to kill another person's life, or are you using your own words to build someone's life? Make sure that you use your words in a positive way. Stay blessed.
Wow, that was so beautiful. That was so beautiful. I believe all of us, we have learned something from what he just delivered to us, and we also need to be careful on how we utilize our words, because if we don't utilize our words wisely, we may end up not doing things that we're not actually supposed to do. Yes, sir. Also, for example, there's somebody who wants to get the copy of your book. How do they get in contact with you?
Okay. You can find me on Facebook, Thokozani Ndinisa, the author and a writer. You can find me at Our Lifestyle versus the World by Thokozani Ndinisa
On the Facebook.
On Facebook. Those are my Facebook pages. Ndinisa the library. You can find me also there. Also, you can find me via Twitter. You can also check for me, Thokozani Ndinisa. I'm there. And you can inbox me if you want the book. Also, the book is available at Amazon. You can search for "We Are in a Race" by Thokozani Ndinisa. You will get it there. Also, if you want it, you can inbox me. I'm gonna try by all means that I take your numbers so that I can send it to you via Pep Store using courier if you want the book.
Okay. So, do you want to give our viewers your number, or do they have to get your number via inboxing you on the social media?
Since my numbers are there on my Facebook page, I can give you.
Okay.
There is nothing wrong. My number are 084 05 75 710. If you are outside from South Africa, it's +27 084 05 75 710.
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, this book is exciting. I believe that you can't wait to get the copy of this book. I'm telling you, it will make you align yourself, to know which race you are running. So tell us here, was this your first book that you wrote?
Okay. This is my first book, which it took me 1 year to write it, and I released the book last year. So I started to write this book in 2017.
Okay.
So I didn't write this first one. I've got other 3 books which are Healing is Necessary if you want to move on, which needs to be edited and also to be published. Another one, it says, "Is this how life should be?"
Okay.
And the last one, which needs to be edited also, says, "The reason why we go to church." So I've not written one book, so I'm busy also writing the other books on that end.
Wow, so this is so beautiful. You can't wait. You can't wait. I mean, what you are carrying, I can see that you are pregnant. And the world is waiting for this. Ladies and gentlemen, as we are going to close, so we want to know, that is there, as you just mentioned, that is also working on other books. So we want to know if there's somebody who's sitting down there and want to start to be an author and a writer. Where does that person get inspiration? What is the first thing that he or she must do to write a book?
Okay, number one, you must make sure that you learn from other people. Maybe you discover some certain platform you can use to write your book. There's an office work which you can use from your own computer to start writing your own book. Also, search for tips how to start, and also look for a mentor or a coach who's going to mentor you, because it's not easy to write a book. You need someone who's going to teach you, to guide you what needs to be done. Also make sure that as you are starting to write your book, know the theme or the title of your own book.
Okay.
Also know the message which you want to pass to people.
Okay.
Because it's useless to write but you don't have a message which you are passing to your own book.
Okay.
Also discover your own style of writing. I know one thing, that as authors and writers, we have our own style of writing. So as an individual, make sure that you know your own style. And thirdly, make sure that you do not steal other people's content. Come with something that is fresh, because along the way it's dangerous to steal someone's work. So make sure that as an individual, you stay true to yourself and you make sure that you produce a content that's going to benefit others. Also know, lastly, because it's so important that you know that whatever thing which you are producing, know which target of group which you are about to reach with your own material.
Okay.
Because not every single material you write is targeting everyone.
Yes.
Every single material you write about has its own target group which is going to influence in this way.
Wow, that was a very beautiful time we had with you, Evangelist Thokozani, the author and the writer. Ladies and gentlemen, we can't wait for what it's about to come. I believe this man is full loaded. As we are signing out, what is the last word that you want to say to our viewers?
Okay, my last words which I want to say, it doesn't matter what you have come across along the way. You may not be known by everyone. I want to assure this that may you excel in your own purpose. Even if people don't know you, even if you are not famous, may you make sure that dream that you have, you do not die with it. May you make sure that as you discover your own dreams and goals, work hard, be focused, and pay attention to whatever thing which you are doing, and be responsible above everything else, and never give up in achieving your own goals. And make sure that as you are starting, also finish what you have started.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Dumisani Mathebula with Thokozani, Ndinisa, by calling an evangelist, author, and writer. Signing out, we are in the race. More, it's coming.